and you might have to edit this, but
Yeah.
our goal is to show people their power. My name is Lupita Ayala Montañez. I am originally from Zacatecas, Mexico, but Grand Island became a home 13 years ago.
You work for the Multicultural Coalition.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about your work there.
So at the Multicultural Coalition, I am accredited by the Department of Justice, which gives me the authorization to practice immigration law with USCIS. Basically, what I do is I guide people through this process of renewing their green card, applying for their DACA, and my favorite is helping them become U.S. citizens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so how long have you been doing that work?
6 years for immigration and about 8 years working for Multicultural Coalition.
I mean, that like connection with community through your work and outside of it, in those areas where it finds you, is like a key motivation. Those
Yeah.
relationships and the friends and family and people that you just see around town.
Yeah, and like their stories are so rich and they have so much experience that right now, like we're going through elections, right? Their voices matter and they can shape the future of Grand Island, in a small, but also like the whole Nebraska or the whole country, right? That's why I want people to see like the power of their voice. And I want to show them the power of working as a community because, yeah, maybe they won't listen to one person, but they might listen to 20, they might listen to even 5, right?
Yeah.
And just show we're a community and the majority of immigrants we're community based, right? So yeah, we get together when there's a funeral, we get together when there's a party, let's get together to go boating, right? Like let's make that a tradition, like let's go together to places that we didn't feel welcome before or that are foreign to us.
Yeah. So you've set me up perfectly. I want to ask you about your civic action plan, your
Yeah.
involvement with the Apiary. You, Laura, and Osman are working on a civic action plan in Grand Island. Could you tell me a bit about it?
Yes. So we're combining our circles together to bring the education to them. Like there's so many changes happening in Grand Island, and they're held at times that don't work for our communities, and usually those are the communities that are being affected. So it's in different phases, and the first one, we're doing a focus meeting where we get to hear their concerns, and we're doing it the time that works for them and the location that they feel comfortable, and in a setting where they don't feel like there's a wrong answer. Like tomorrow, we're going to the Sudanese assimilation group, and then we're talking to the seniors from the Multicultural Cafecito, just to do it in a culturally appropriate way for them. That they feel comfortable and then we want to bring the resources to them, right? If they talk about transportation, if they talk about city council, or give them the resources of, well, actually you can tell them this if this bothers you, or this is what you do, these are the skills, or these are the tools for you. We are lucky that we're from different demographics and we're able to share that with them, right? Like I don't think I would have the contact of the Sudanese assimilation group without Osman. And then, the new immigrants through my job. So we bring our experiences to show them their power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in all those areas where like community members have power, in community organizations, for instance, one of the things I'm most motivated by is your collaboration and your intent, I suppose, to have like that type of listening, like meeting with the UFCW local,
Yes.
the JBS union,
Yeah.
or the union at the local JBS plant. That type of like connection between different community organizations with different ethnic groups in Grand Island, to come together and unite together presents such a strength.
Yes.
Because the issues that you might hear about transportation or housing or childcare might affect every single group.
Yeah.
And when you can find that common ground across so many organizations and so many communities, that's something that can really make waves.
Yes, yes. But also you have a big responsibility, right?
Of course.
Because there's people that, that they've been, how do you say it? I forget how to say it in English, but they've been let down. They've been let down by the systems. And you don't want to be another person that will let them down. So you have the responsibility, you have their trust, and that's something hard to obtain. So you have to walk with their trust as if you have a glass full of water, right? And you don't want to be part of another system that put them down, another system that they feel used. So it's a big blessing that we have the opportunity to have their trust, but also it's a big responsibility.
Yeah.
Yeah.